Hey, what up, man? So, the Laker saga slash soap opera slash what's gonna happen is in full effect. They're trying to figure out who the third piece is gonna be. Like I said before in the other video, my choice would be D'Lo. I don't see Kyrie teaming back up with LeBron because he's trying to build his legacy and show and prove he can win without LeBron. I think he learned a lot from the Celtics thing last year, and pretty much he'll get a fresh start in making himself the foundation on the team in Brooklyn as long as he stays healthy. Could I see Kyrie being the at the helm of a team that wins the championship one day? Not possibly, but he's definitely gonna need help. But as far as the players that you're gonna team up with, KD and LeBron, man, AD, my bad, AD, Anthony Davis and LeBron. Um, I don't know, man. It's a lot of people out there, and the thing I think everybody's missing is I I really don't think, again, as it's been proven and shown before, man, that everybody's willing to jump on that train. Kawhi right now is the hottest thing smoking, bro. And what Kawhi does is going to determine the movement of a lot of players. Uh, Mike Conley just got traded. All right. I would have liked him as if Rondo. I mean, Rondo should stay. I mean, I'm keeping Rondo, and have the two, LeBron at the four, and KD. I mean AD. Why do I keep saying KD? Shit, and AD at the five. Um, but the last thing, bro. And you can almost guarantee it, bro. I would bet. I would damn near bet a paycheck, bro. I'm like 95% sure that Melo is gonna end up on the Lakers this year. So trust and believe, and look for fucking Melo to get signed at the vet minimum. Have him a roster spot or whatever on this team, so he can finally, most likely, get a ring or at least be in the best possible position. But that banana boat shit should stop right there, bro. Uh, Everybody's starting to talk about CP3 not wanting to be in Houston. CP3 is coming out and he's denied it. Him and Daryl Morey. Either way it goes, bro. I already see the writing on the wall for this shit, and I don't like it. I do not want to take CP3's contract on for the third slot. No, it's a lot more better options, younger options. It's way too many people that would fit a whole lot better. And then on top of it, those personalities. As much as they act like they cool and they best friends and best buds and all that shit, man. Again, you saw the same shit with James Harden and CP3, right? They were doing the All-State commercials together and all that. Best of friends. But ultimately, LeBron and LeBron and CP3 is just not gonna work, bro. All right, especially him complaining about ball dominance. That's LeBron's going to still be extremely ball dominant, and that's not going to change, regardless of the coaching scheme that's going to and the team scheme that's going to change. But stay away from that, bro. That's the last person that should be on the list of the radar. I don't even hope I hope the Lakers don't even consider that him as an option. Again, there's a lot more other players out here um, to be had, but I think again everybody's waiting to see what Kawhi's gonna do before they pull that trigger, man. Because the Clippers have the Clippers have planned for this, and I think had KD not ruptured Achilles, him and Kawhi would be teaming up together in LA. I expect KD to exercise his player option for the one season, for him being out. Take this whole year to rehab, and then him come back and, especially depending on what the Clippers are able to do, him sign with the Clippers in 2021. They're projecting Clay now to be out at least half the season on the ACL. I'm trying to remember and look back to Blake Griffin and Russ and Derrick Rose, and I remember, them coming back for a late playoff run. So that may be accurate. Um, uh, the Warriors having are not going to be high, but if they get Clay back for the playoffs, bro, and you still got Draymond there, and you add, say, Tobias Harris, or you add, you convince Jimmy Butler to come there, um, that team is something to be reckoned with. All right. Also, see what Boogie Cousins is gonna do. You get Boogie Cousins to take another discount year because I don't know. I'm not giving Boogie Cousins a max contract. I'm not doing that. I mean, he came back and yeah, he was somewhat healthy, but he was incredibly out of shape, and when it counted the most. So, am I going to give him a contract, a huge contract, and sign him to my franchise? Maybe if I'm like the Hawks or somebody like that, or a team, you know what I mean, or maybe even Orlando, because Vucevic is all but out of there more likely than not. Maybe a team like that, but for the most part, yeah, I'm not considering giving DeMarcus Cousins a huge max contract, or damn near max contract because of his health. Would I sign him for the max, maybe a single year? Yeah, maybe, but like long term max contract, no way. So I expect him to stay in Golden State for now. But as far as what the Lakers are gonna do, man, bruh, not anything but CP3, bruh. CP3 would be the worst possible move to make because I just smell it, man. As good as he is, I just don't trust him health wise. I don't. And then his attitude is just so fucking toxic, bro. CP3 has like CP3 was, I think he was voted as one of the either the dirtiest players or like one of the most unliked guys or some shit like that not too long ago. And the dude's he's just a little angry little motherfucker, man. He's just you know what I mean? And people see it and he's like the way he goes about doing shit. And this has been like ever since he left New Orleans. Clippers, him and Blake had beef, and it was issues with him and I think Doc Rivers to a degree, and it's just like, man, his personality, bro, he's just too ornery, as they say in Louisiana. But yeah, man, at this point in time, the teams that I would consider, if I'm the only teams if I'm at the door, I'm at the brink. If I'm Milwaukee, I would consider him. If I'm Philly, I consider him. If I'm Toronto and I could trade Kyle Lowry for CP3, I would consider him. But that's only if Kawhi stays. I still don't believe in Lowry, even though Lowry did just win the championship. Fred VanVleet was more impactful and consistent in the finals than Kyle Lowry was. Kyle Lowry's gonna always have those games within the series where he shoots horribly and he gives you maybe 10 points a game or less. He's gonna disappear. Again, Fred VanVleet was more consistent than him, and he played better defense and a whole lot of other shit. But again, as far as see what Fred VanVleet's gonna do, bro. Like I said, I don't know what his contract situation is, but he's talking about if Kawhi leaves, they kick his ass next year. So I'm guessing he's still on the contract with Toronto. But yeah, look for us to get shooters, man. They talking about JJ Redick. Again, I don't know, man. I don't like this idea of them trying to set up the same system for LeBron to run everything and do his kicking this shit. Again, those days are over with. Even with him adding AD, bro. Again, the way you seen that this year with the with Golden State, the way that Nick Nurse was able to scheme defensively against the two best teams outside of his team in the league. Actually, three, because they beat Philly. They beat three top 5 teams, bro. Philly, Milwaukee, of course. And Milwaukee had probably the most impactful player of the year and the MVP and Giannis. And then you beat Golden State in the finals. Mind you had the injuries, but still, they still won. That defense is just serious, bro. So if you meet and he stays there and you have that counter for that, LeBron's not gonna get off like that versus like Kawhi, bro. Kawhi's already proven that. Kawhi proved that as a baby. Kawhi is 10 times the player he was in the year they beat Miami. And he was the Spurs with the Spurs. So And again, I'm telling you, KD and Kawhi are out to like kill the giant, bro. They're like fucking Kratos in God of War. They're out here to kill fucking Zeus to prove the point, bro, that it can be done. And I'm better than this nigga. This nigga's overrated. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid of him. I beat him before. I've proven like in this year, again, Kawhi's had probably one of the most impactful single seasons in the history of the NBA, bro. For you to get traded as a pretty much as a punishment, to get exiled to the Toronto Raptors, and then you got to give credit to Ujiri, I think his name is Masai Ujiri, the GM up there, to get the players around him to make this shit work. And not only they make it work, they win a fucking championship in 1 year, bro. That's huge. So does Kawhi stay or go? That's why I say it's gonna be the major issue as to what moves the players make, and it should definitely be the issue, the way we choose before we just jump out there. Because if you got Kawhi literally in your in your backyard in the Clippers, you gotta pay him 4 times a year, bro. With the team they're gonna build around him and the players that are gonna be willing to play with him, shit, I can see them getting Vucevic in the Clippers to line up with Kawhi. You bring back not Avery Bradley, Patrick Beverly. I think Avery Bradley's supposed to be coming back this year, and you still got Lou Will as a 6th man coming off the bench. Again, man, you set that team up to be an extremely good defensive team, man. They keep Harrell. I mean, that's extremely and you move Harrell to the 4 versus the center. That would be tough, bro. That's going to be an extremely tough team to beat, especially with Doc Rivers being a defensive specialist, man. So again, man, if I'm the Lakers, I'm not pulling any major moves until I know what Kawhi's going to do, because that's going to determine what moves you need to make, what players you need to pursue. All right. So all in all, that's that on that, man. And I'll catch you on the next one.